seltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. The peach, the lemon lime, the strawberry shortcake, and the blue raspberry. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten if you give a shit about that. We are live in over 100 stores in Tennessee. More just opened up. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Live from our studios in Austin, Texas, this is Drinkin Bros Fake News with Ross Patterson, Dan Holloway, Papa G with the traffic,
How you feel?
Not good.
Yeah?
field reporter Hot Bob, and Delco Dan with sports. Welcome to Fake News.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin Bros Fake News, everyone. Bringing you the realest, fakest news of the week. This is going to be a special week, D'Anthony. Special week of the news, of fake news.
Why?
Come on, dude. Come on.
Is it because of the major announcement?
There's a major announcement out there, you know? I've never once in my life said I've got a major announcement and it not have been like life-changing or life-altering. Not one single time in my life have I said that to people of like, hey, guys, we have a major announcement for you, okay? And then it not be X, you know?
Yeah.
Something massive.
Well, this is the second time Trump's done this, right?
I think it's been, you got to go back, I think, to what, 2014 maybe?
I think it was 2013.
So you're looking at 3 or 4 major announcements now at this point?
No, I mean, the major, when he says he has a major announcement to tease something, this is the second time he's done it, and it's been nothing.
Well, I remember Barack Obama.
Yeah, the first time was, he was like, I've got a major announcement about Barack Obama, and everybody, because he was going on the news circuit talking about how Obama's from Nigeria or whatever. And everybody thought,
Kenya,
yeah. It's like, oh, he's got fucking proof. And then he made his announcement, and the announcement was, I'll pay anybody $4 million if they can prove Obama's from Kenya.
Well, look, Trump was always good at putting people to work. So
It's not an announcement.
It's not an announcement. It's a declaration, if you will. But this is a major announcement today. Damn it, man. I hate to see it. I haven't even seen the commercial yet.
Yeah,
you told me
good.
about it, and you said don't watch it until it's live.
Just for background, if you're just waking up from this.
And we don't judge you.
Yeah, from last weekend.
Yeah.
If you had a few too many hard AFs over the weekend.
Like the guy, or midweek. Remember that guy throwing up in the parking lot on Tuesday?
Donald Trump announced yesterday 2 things. One, America needs a hero, right?
Which is true. We do need a hero.
What's a superhero?
Oh, excuse me. Pardon me.
Yeah, we do need that. We do need that.
Superhero. So then he announced that he had a major announcement for today,
Okay.
Thursday, December 15th, in the year of our Lord, 2022.
Yeah, yeah.
People from all over the media, ourselves included, kind of speculated about what it might be. Mm-hmm. Because it's Trump, right? He's always doing wacky shit.
Sure.
A lot of people on the conservative side were convinced that he was going to say that Kari Lake was going to be his vice presidential candidate for 2024.
That would have made sense.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
Is he dropping out of the race and supporting somebody else?
Too early.
Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But now we do know. So, Bob, if you want to pull up pull up the first tweet first.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Is it on screen there, Bobby?
And can you read that
Read
out
aloud,
loud?
Bob. Read aloud.
What do you want me to read? Robbie Starbucks? Part?
No, read what Trump had to say.
Okay.
This is the major announcement we've been waiting for.
Major announcement.
All in caps.
My official Donald Trump digital trading card collection is here. These limited edition cards feature amazing art, all caps, of my life and career. Collect all of your favorite Trump digital trading cards, very much like a baseball card, but hopefully much more exciting. Go to collecttrumpcards.com and get your cards now. Only $99 each would make a great Christmas gift. Don't wait. They will be gone, I believe, very quickly.
Oh, let's get a round of applause for that. Not only for Bob's read, but for the card itself.
I'm kind of disappointed he doesn't have a Don in the mix with his impressions.
I don't.
Yeah, not yet. Give him time. Give him time, but give him a round of applause. He had a nice read there for Bobby. Oh, that's low. I think he deserves more.
I needs to work on his impressions.
I think he deserves more. Whatever.
Well, so
Whatever.
that's bad enough.
Yeah.
That's cringy enough because we're in a
Not great.
We're in a fight for our lives right now.
It's a bad recession we're
Bad
in now.
recession. The economy sucks. Inflation's fucked, and woke is permeating through every avenue of American life, including the military.
The Fed hiked rates again yesterday, which I didn't think was possible.
And this guy is just sitting around waiting to fucking grift people out of money for this useless shit. Now, if you thought that was bad, you got to watch the commercial he made for it. It's like, I swear to God, it's like a Home Shopping Network commercial. This is worse than anything Mike Lindell's ever done.
Okay, I have not seen any of this, by the way. Recorded a show this morning, so I was on air. Was unable to see this. Go ahead and play that, Bobby. Let's see this here. Wow, I like it now. I like it already.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald Trump. Hopefully your favorite president of all time, better than Lincoln,
Yep.
better than Washington.
Yes, I agree.
With an important announcement to make.
Better
I'm
than
doing my
Lincoln.
first official Donald J. Trump NFT collection right here and right now. They're called Trump Digital Trading Cards. These cards feature some of the really incredible artwork
Who's in that
pertaining to
spacesuit?
my
Him?
life and my career. It's been
yeah.
very exciting. You can collect your Trump digital cards just like a baseball card or other collectibles. Here's one of the best parts. Each card comes with an automatic chance to win amazing prizes like dinner with me. I don't know if that's an amazing prize, but it's what we have. Or golf with you and a group of your friends at one of my beautiful golf courses, and they are beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
also doing Zoom calls, a one-on-one meeting,
Okay.
autographing memorabilia, and so much more. We're doing a lot. My official Trump digital trading cards are $99, which doesn't sound like very much for what you're getting. Buy one and you will join a very exclusive community. It's my community.
Yeah.
And I think it's something you're going to like, and you're going to like it a lot. They also make perfect gifts.
I'm
The
not big on
psychopath bad guy
comic
from
books.
The Boys.
Oh, all right. No, I like
ever
that.
watch The Boys?
No, I haven't watched The Boys. But I do. I've seen the clips. I know what you're talking about. I'm all in on this. I'm going to spend all my money right now on this. I'm good.
Now, what was your favorite part?
I'm all
is it
good.
the fact that he's 2 years late on the NFT thing, or is it the fact that he said he's better than Lincoln in Washington?
Well, he is. Let's face it. I wasn't around for Lincoln and Washington. Can't really judge. I wasn't there for that. But I will say this. This commercial, by the way, is perfectly suited. Do you ever watch Fox Late Night? That's all they
Oh,
run.
yeah.
It's
like
that's identical.
Nature's Balance, reverse mortgages.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is identical to that. So I know the audience he's targeting there. But this is not somebody who is serious about running for president anymore, for sure. And then the NFT. Look, I think at this point, we all know that NFTs are a grift, right? Is anybody still kind of saying, oh, no, it might be a real thing?
Giorgio's back there trying to convince people to buy fucking Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Oh, boy.
Pictures from
Boy,
him.
because those guys are going down right now.
The
Everybody's
technology
going down.
might be useful, but yeah, no, NFTs in the current state, not very good.
No. This is real late to the game on this one. And I also think you should shy away from saying major announcement for an NFT for a thing that was 2 years.
Yeah,
old.
considering you just declared your run for presidency a month ago,
Yep.
maybe when you say major announcement, people don't think that you're trying to hawk them useless fucking digital bullshit.
Yeah. I see a lot of use in it, obviously, just because they're kind of reminds me of presidential garbage pail kids a little bit, which I was a huge fan of. Still am. Some say still am. 2 years late on this fucking thing, dude. This is one of those things where I guarantee you he pitched it to his kids. We know his kids. And they were probably like, Dad, please don't do this. Please don't do this. And he's like, no, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And then he did it anyways. Ivanka was probably taking her kids to school this morning and saw Twitter and was just like, God damn it, Dad. Can I just have one day? Just one day where I take the kids to school and nobody fucking looks at me? Weird. Man, that sucks. You got to go peacefully into the night, which he won't, He definitely won't do that here. And he was better than... What did Washington do, Dan? Just off the top of your head.
Started the country.
Boring.
He was our first commander-in-chief, first general of our army before the
We've had other
country
generals.
existed.
Boring.
Yeah, but think about the generals now.
No, that's true.
Like if George Washington walked into a room and General Milley was standing there, Washington would beat him to death, and then probably take a shit on his back.
You'd McClurg him?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, dude.
We're actually on Softcore History pretty soon going to expose George Washington.
Oh boy.
For the corrupt liar that he is.
Yeah, he never chopped down that fucking tree.
Oh, is that real?
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
all.
that's absolutely
He
real.
made that up. He actually admitted to making that up later on.
No shit.
Yeah, but it was just like an anecdote. It's not a real story.
No, it goes deeper and it's darker.
Oh boy.
This is some national treasure stuff. Don't worry about it.
Well, because my wife was on when you guys did the Helen Keller's a fraud episode. So is George Washington a fraud? Are we saying that too?
Let's just say things can get a little Freemasony.
Okay.
He was big into the Freemason stuff, yeah.
Oh shit.
Which is a precursor to Mormonism. So.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. I pass those things from time to time, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's where they are.
And by the way, this is an original conspiracy theory. This isn't like I read it on the internet. This
Okay.
is my own connecting the dots.
So let me ask you
boy.
this, because we just finished White Lotus last night. Is there any truth, and maybe you know this, Stan, that Abraham Lincoln
Was gay?
was gay?
Oh yeah. Log cabin Republicans are called that because log cabin Republicans are a group of gay Republicans, and they're called that because Lincoln would sneak away with his assistant to a log cabin and fuck him, allegedly.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So who knows if it's true or not? But Mary Todd was fucking crazy. I
Well,
know
they
that.
were wrestling. They weren't. We don't know if there's.
Well, he was a
penetration.
wrestler.
He was a wrestler, but there's always penetration in male wrestling. Like, we know that.
I mean, it leads
Penetration was outlawed in male wrestling.
that just
in
turned Giorgio
1992.
right around right there. Giorgio, there is always penetration in male wrestling,
I
correct?
just want to clarify that
Sure.
there's even a move called an oil check.
Yeah, an oil check. Yeah.
I call it the 3-finger butthole drag because I use 3 fingers and go right. That way, you're ready to cup the inside of their thigh and flip them whenever their legs go loose.
Yeah, George, you might want to pick up the mic one more time here real quick, because they are. This is a true story. They're doing a documentary that George Clooney is producing, I guess, about the wrestling program at Ohio State in
Great
particular.
program. Kyle Schneider came from there.
And I guess
Olympic champion.
a bunch of kids got a bunch of dudes. Well, they were adults. They were adult men. Got
Posed.
molested there, I guess,
Oh, that story.
by the
yes.
wrestling coach. Is that true?
I don't want to speak on that. I don't know. I'm not fully up on all the details on that situation.
You ever hear any rumors over the years?
Wait, so you're saying George Clooney molested the entire Ohio State University wrestling team?
He's executive producing the movie.
I feel
about
like he's a little too
them.
close to this situation.
So he financed a man raping a bunch of wrestlers. Yes.
Yeah, probably. Alleged. We can't. I don't know what Clooney does with his money. You know, you see him in the coffee commercials. You're like, oh my God, he must love espresso. No, he owns that company too. So,
How do you? That man.
I know.
There's just the balls on that guy molesting wrestlers.
It's crazy,
That's like
isn't
a
it?
doctor molesting Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Yeah.
the person most likely to easily be able to beat the shit out
That's
of you.
what I said. I don't understand how this went on for years, apparently.
Yeah.
I was like, wouldn't one of these dudes just turn and be like, fuck you, dude?
Just break his neck.
Yes. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, it starts out slow, right?
I guess.
I guess it's a situation. It's like, well, I'm not a doctor, I guess.
Yeah, here's the problem. The Greco-Roman style, the back mount is so close to gay already. Like you're this close away, right? So it's like it doesn't seem suspicious until
Right.
it's too late, until he's
Right.
inside
It
you.
was the doctor of the team.
You're in like a 3-year relationship with the coach before you realize what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I guess so.
Giorgio, did that happen to you? Did you get molested by
Yeah,
your
did
doctor
you
at all?
did you ever get touched by a doctor or coach?
Only in appropriate ways.
Inappropriate. Okay. Well, I mean,
How do you?
Only in
how does that
space,
work? I'm
appropriate.
gonna have to. I'm
Breath
gonna go home.
appropriate,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go home and watch. So there's all this fantasy massage porn, but is there the gay version of that too? Because that's what it has to start like, right? You think the guy's like rubbing down your fucking thigh, and then all of a sudden he brushes the back of his hand up against your cock.
yeah.
Oh, that's man, you're real lucky.
You check for hernias, and then they check around. They like take one of your
Grab your balls and make you cough. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and then they also like grab one, eat individually, and they rub around it and make sure there's no growths or anything on
Yeah,
it.
sure, and then put it in their mouths and.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, you're this close.
Richard Mayberry in the chat says Law and Order
Rob, we are
OSU.
not on
That's a
Patreon.
great one.
On a regular basis, on a regular basis, your balls are in the hands of another grown man.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So I actually, this is great. Is Jessie still here? Is she in the background?
Yeah, she's back there putting together furniture.
All right, perfect. So we'll add this news story real quick. The season finale for White Lotus was this week. Everybody on Earth is talking about that. I will not spoil it, although every show in America is. I'm not going to spoil it for you. However, there was a graphic gay sex scene, which was also one in the first series as well, in the first season as well. One of them involved a straight guy fucking a gay dude from behind. Mm-hmm. All right? So my wife asked me, she was like, oh, hey, I was like, dude, I don't get that, man. I don't know how you would maintain an erection on that.
No, that's not a straight guy. That's a gay guy.
That's exactly what I said last night. And I got shit for it. I was like, I couldn't keep an erection. So she said, well, what if you had to? And I go, I think you would have to take it because you couldn't maintain an erection to actually have sex.
I think that's what a cock ring's for, no?
I don't know. I've never used one. But go around the horn, like, could you actually get a boner?
What?
If in gay sex, if you were forced to, you had to pick one. Could you get a boner and actually insert it and penetrate another dude?
How big's the check?
Boy. But where do you go mentally to do that?
So basically, what you're asking is, can you close your eyes and get a boner? That's what we're asking, right?
Yes. But you know it's another dude as soon as you grab his hips.
I don't think you're thinking about that.
There's a lot
you
of
got the check, and you got just.
There's a lot of disbelief to be suspended in that scenario.
Yes, that's exactly what I said last night.
People do it all the time.
Oh boy.
In the Navy, the in jail, you know what I mean? Like it's
Gay for pay.
So what I said to you was, okay, so you would rather
Die.
instead of put, just a hole's a hole, you just put something in a
Nope.
hole.
No.
and figure-
I'll, listen, wait, I'll fuck the guy if I want to, but nobody's going to tell me to do it.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the
you're
problem.
saying the word
No, this
rather,
is
and I
not-
said, I don't want to do either. But if I had to perform the act of
If you
gay
had
sex,
to perform the act,
I could
let's
not get a boner.
Talk about whether you guys want to. We're just gonna go in fucking circles.
Sure.
Dan,
Here's the situation.
what's
You have to
straighter?
do it.
What's straighter than dominating another man?
Yeah, sure. That's a whole other conversation.
It's
But what he said was,
gay sex
if
wise.
he had to,
Yes, gay sex.
he would like a big, huge.
I did not
cock
say any of
in
that.
his butthole.
I did not say that. I said
Yes,
that is
you
the
did.
only way you could complete the act of gay sex.
And so
I couldn't maintain a boner. I couldn't maintain a
What
boner.
I said was, I just need to clarify.
I'm sorry. So you're saying it's being proposed to you that you have to have gay sex with another man, and you would choose not because you wanted to, but because it's the only way you feel like you could perform to take the cock in your ass.
I don't think. Could you get a
Okay.
boner?
Just
Thank you.
say what I just said out
Discuss.
loud, because that's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. Could you get a boner and actually fuck the dude?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, anytime anybody makes me mad, that's the first thing that happens in my brain. Like, you know what?
I couldn't get hard,
I
dude.
fucked the couch before.
I know you did, but that's not a dude. Like I couldn't maintain an
I
erection.
fucked an inanimate object.
You
know
got
you
an
did.
erection looking at a fucking trans lady on the fucking
I
TV
sure
screen.
didn't, dude. That's
Yeah.
real far away.
You were super hard.
real far away.
I heard the fucking
Yeah.
bottom of it hit the table.
And you guys are just
Caused
throwing
a
me to
hole
the
in the
fucking
desk.
wolves.
Yeah.
I
Without
will
play.
pay to see any of you maintain an erection and have graphic sex like they had in that show.
How much?
This week?
There's
Well,
straight
Giorgio, you I think are real close either way.
There's straight porn stars that do it all the time.
And I don't know how they do it
Because they're fucking professionals, Ross.
yeah. Or
Why don't you be
even-
a professional for once?
Even fucking who's the porn star we had again? Boy Meets World chick.
Maitland
Maitland
Ward.
Ward. Yeah.
She was talking about her new DP video that was coming out right when she was on the show.
Sure.
I saw part of that DP video, and it's like many other DP videos. Those dudes went DP in the same hole and then DP in butthole and vagina.
Yeah.
And their dicks were literally or very close to rubbing up against each other, and they had no problem.
But there was still a female in the middle of that.
That doesn't make it better at that point.
It does.
It's dick on dick.
It's
It
a
does.
rapper at that point.
But
Dick on dick crime.
it's where your eyes go. It's eye contact. It's not like you're looking at the other
Yes, you
dude.
are.
You're looking at
literally rubbing
a
on
tits or
the dick.
something, dude. You're looking at the girl.
I
By the
also
way,
would
go-
like to call out the normal porn channels, the quote unquote straight porn channels now
cis white male porn channels.
Yeah.
that are still just putting up gay and trans porn. It's like, this is not what I came for.
I know. Go take that somewhere else.
Do you click the gay tab on
No,
Pornhub?
no, but Brazzers, they're starting to put it up on their like main channel and shit.
Well, you know they're doing it because they have an algorithm now of what you search.
no, that's
No,
not it. It's
that's not
literally
it.
the channel. You go to the
Not
channel
it.
itself.
I swear, bro, that's not it. I didn't search fucking gay porn.
I think it's
whatever's
Russia.
most recent.
I think it's Russia, dude. I think it's a Russian
By
algorithm.
the way, you got a Brazzers account, bro? Let's roll that back for a second.
No, it's Pornhub, just their Pornhub channel.
I know, but
Yeah.
you said Brazzers, so it makes me think you're paying for Brazzers.
Don't
It's the first channel on Pornhub is Brazzers.
Don't,
you
Yeah.
fuck.
don't pay for porn. By
It's
the way,
alphabetical.
would you rather watch a man fuck a woman or a chick with a dick fuck a woman? Because
A man fuck a woman.
why?
Just because that's what I'm used to. Like this whole chick with a dick thing is relatively new in the last 10, 15 years. So I think we're out of that generation. We're out of
I
that.
guess, but it's just an extra set of titties. Ultimately, right? That's all. The difference is this the
and
second
hair
set.
and lips, you know. It's
I
like-
don't look at people's faces. It's gross.
You don't pop on over to the face, huh?
No, it's disgusting.
It's just a body. You sound like one of those chicken factories that's all the KFC is made in, you know, where it's just headless chickens or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine. Next up, is Fetterman a fashion icon? Well, you be the judge. Senate-elect John Fetterman and Ayanna
Presley.
That's a nice
She's
name.
one of the
Presley?
one of the squad.
Oh, is she? They were included in the New York Times list of the 93 most stylish people of the year. They didn't
Just
want to go to 100.
Forget about the link, Bob. Just pull up a picture of each one of these retards, and we'll look at them.
Why do we even care
let's
about
see
these
what
lists?
this is.
Like, this is clearly just.
Well, I think because we've gotten to the part where what magazine is this? Oh, this is the New York Times. You told me yesterday about Washington Post. What was it? Down 500,000 subscriptions.
Yeah,
already?
we'll get to that. There's a story later on.
Yeah, but
it's-
with all these, even Times Person of the Year was Zelensky and all that other bullshit. Like,
well, that's not out of
That's
the
on
ordinary.
brand.
Yeah,
It is.
It's been Joe Karzanayev, fucking Osama bin Laden. It's whomever the fucking most not popular is not the right word. Well-known person of the year, maybe.
okay,
Usually.
was Hitler one of them back in the day?
He was.
He
yeah.
was. Yeah,
Hitler
okay.
was. I think Stalin was. Maybe twice.
But I remember when Rolling Stone had the Boston Bomber on the cover there. At this point, like all of print media is
You know,
dying.
well,
So it's
Warren
like,
Ross, you know, Carhartt is in fashion right now. My man's dripping right now.
So that's what they said. The New York Times commented that Fetterman would bring workwear clothing brand Carhartt back to Capitol Hill. It's never been a thing on Capitol Hill.
Ever.
People wear suits on the fucking on the floor of Congress.
is that a pic of him with Obama there?
And a Carhartt hoodie.
Look at that.
Well, Dan, don't the people who tend the grounds normally wear Carhartt in D.C.?
No, I think they wear coveralls.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah. They wear a uniform, so they're easily identified by Secret Service,
Makes sense.
so they don't get fucking
Shot.
schwacked.
Does he have a deal with Carhartt now?
You better?
No,
I don't know. Didn't Carhartt go woke this summer?
not sure.
Hold on,
Who knows? I'm
Not
sure.
I've lost track now to the point where, you know, you wanted to make a stand 6 or 7 years ago, and then
yeah.
you realize every single corporation.
mean,
on
No.
Earth
So
sucks.
they fucking enforced a vaccine mandate past 2021.
That's right. We did that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even this year they had a vaccine mandate. Yeah. Fuck those guys.
Remember in like 2015 though, when Yeti people were just calling drone strikes on their Yeti coolers,
Oh, yeah.
$400 and just blowing up their coolers.
Everybody fucked up Keurig too for some reason. I don't remember why. I think. it
Oh,
was
that's right.
In 2017,
Yep.
they were blowing them up.
Yeah. At this point, I just assume everybody's fucking giving money to Democrats and social issues and all that
yeah.
shit. So I can't. We would all be fucking naked at this point if we tried to take a stand against every goddamn woke company. But as far as Fetterman being a fashion icon,
Yeah.
Holy
it's
Christ,
fucking
man.
stupid. This is just the Capitol from Hunger Games, right?
Yeah.
People they're getting their dicks cut off or getting one put on. It's fucking dudes wearing dresses that are fucking getting high level positions in the Department of Energy.
stealing luggage. Who's this chick?
This is Ayanna Presley.
All right, pop her up. I've never seen her.
She's a fashion icon.
Oh my god, that looks
She's-
like I thought it was RuPaul from
Yeah,
a
it,
distance.
it looks like a fucking. I mean, what's wrong with you?
I don't know.
She's wearing shitty fucking old lady clothes and has a bald head and drawn on fucking eyebrows. This is a fashion icon.
Odd. Where is
That's
she
fucking-
from? Massachusetts?
No, she's
from
yeah,
the
oh,
future?
yeah, she's from Massachusetts. Well, I don't think
I think she's Massachusetts.
I don't think she's from there, but yeah,
Wow.
She's not from the
Who's
Chooch?
ever from where they fucking run anymore?
shit.
Nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody.
she's from Ohio, so that's all you. And then Fetterman obviously dresses like a child.
Yeah.
You know, he dresses like a fucking. He dresses like
a fat bully like a fat 8th grade bully is what he dresses like.
somebody who is a Dunkin' Donuts fan.
Yeah. Just a little fat 8th grade bully is what he looks like. And they're going to let that guy be there. And it doesn't really matter to anybody.
But if there's any doubt in your mind that we're living in a clown world or a simulation is possible.
I think it's sim, dude. I thought about it last night. I think it's a sim world.
Or maybe that the mainstream media is just a marketing and propaganda apparatus for leftists. That's
that is a definite.
yeah. So,
But as far as if this world is real,
if you had any
leaning towards
doubt,
sim world.
if you had any more doubt, I mean, here's your fucking.
Yeesh.
Here's the proof that should put you over the edge.
Fucking cue ball here.
Yeah,
Man.
it's fucking ridiculous.
That's crazy, dude. But good for them.
The Queen was also on the list.
Was she? How does she look like dead? What was she wearing?
I think it's the portrait they used for is just a pile of ashes.
Oh man, if there's a did they do an open casket for the Queen, Bob? How does that work? Can you pull that up? If
No,
they did?
I don't think they did.
You know what you can't do is try to make out with the corpse. They will kick you right out of there.
Really?
Oh yeah,
All
big
right.
time. If it's an open casket.
So what were all those people waiting in line for hours just to see the casket itself and say goodbye?
Oh, maybe there was a wake. I don't know.
Yeah, type it in. If we can see her dead body, let's put it up on screen. I mean, it's right before the holidays. Who doesn't want to see that? Just a little dead body of the Queen. I bet it was a tiny
Nope,
casket.
it was just the coffin.
Let's see it.
Yeah, it's a dope. It's a dope setup for sure.
Is it really? Is it? Oh yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's the Queen. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess that's very nice. Look at that cross. Is that Catholic? Is that Catholicism?
No, it's
No.
the Church of England,
Yeah,
bitch.
it's
Do you not
the Anglican.
know what the fuck happened?
I don't know anything about religion.
Oh my god,
Nothing.
dude. This isn't about religion. This is basic fucking Western
History.
history.
Nah, no need.
Remember
No
Henry
need.
VIII?
A
He
little
was
bit.
married to Catherine from Spain.
Oh yeah.
She couldn't have any male children.
Yeah.
She had Bloody Mary, but no male children, so he divorced her, and the Pope wouldn't give him a divorce, so he started the Church of England.
Yeah, wasn't that Jonathan Rhys-Meyers who played him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't give him an annulment.
The Tudors.
Correct, annulment, yeah.
And so he just
Call it the Tudors. It was great.
And actually, that's the divorce thing is a misnomer that I thought for a long time too. He started his own church to give himself an annulment.
Yep.
So there was no divorces actually ever. It was all annulments over and over again.
Yeah.
And beheadings too.
Well, yeah,
Very,
there was,
very
Anne
smart.
Boleyn got her head cut off for being a traitor, and
Yeah.
by being a traitor, I think he meant not giving him a male heir.
Yeah. I saw the series. It was great. It's great. I didn't know Henry VIII was so jacked and ripped and good looking. You know. And then
He wasn't. He was.
watched
He was.
that.
He was obese and essentially
totally kidding.
died of. He died of gout, basically.
Gout.
He was,
right?
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to picture Henry VIII, just go prime Harvey Weinstein.
Or John Fetterman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, but that
Probably-
wasn't sexy enough for the Tudors.
No.
Needed some nudity in there, a little TNA.
Henry Cavill. That's where he got to start.
Yeah, sure was.
Yeah.
He was on that series for a while.
And
Another good-looking dude.
Natalie Dormer got her start there.
She was fucking great.
So many
She's
titties
so
in that
good.
show.
Yeah.
It's mostly. I mean, it's.
But that's what set off the rest of it, right?
Yep.
Game of Thrones and all that shit.
This pre-Game of Thrones.
Yeah, sure was. Sure was. Well, congratulations to John Fetterman. Hey, look, you work that hard. You buy enough, Champion? Are they Champion sweatshorts?
I guess I don't know. He shops at Walmart. That's all. I know.
Yeah, and some the Carhartt. I don't think they have that at Walmart.
He's like immensely wealthy from his parents' business.
Yeah. Now that I knew,
and
obviously.
and literally his whole shtick is pretending to be a working man.
Yeah. Just like Springsteen, dude.
It's the dumbest
working man.
It's the dumbest, most like insulting shit of all time.
He made it.
I mean, god damn, if you're a fucking union person out there, if you're one of these dumbest people in the entire country, Pennsylvania union people, and you're like, oh, fucking Fetterman's got my back, man. Look at his sweatshirt.
He's kind of just putting on union face.
Oh my god, he's a fucking he is a moron, and you are a giant fucking moron for believing him. Holy shit.
Did you see the picture when they got in, Bob? Pop that up if you can. They took a freshman class picture of all the senators there.
Did they put a fucking paper bag over this guy's head?
But he's just lurking in the background. He's just like looking down on everybody with just this He's got a permanent sling blade face.
Yeah, he looks like Billy Bob Thornton from Sling Blade for
He's
sure.
got a permanent sling blade face, and he's just so gigantic in the background, hovering over these people.
The
You're just
Eagles
like,
are
"God
better
damn,
than
dude."
the Eagles.
Yep. I'm John Fetterman. Good night, everyone. But that's where we're at. Fashion icon. You don't need to do much these days. The only thing too is like everybody's gonna start dressing like that. It's a hoodie and sweatshirt and be like, what?
They already do.
Dude.
I mean, Billie Eilish did it too. The reason that all teenage children now dress like they're fucking homeless and baggy ass shitty Walmart clothes is because of that stupid
I know.
bitch.
I enjoy her music. Her fashion is to be desired.
And she's hiding heavies under there too.
Well, she finally came out and released those things. But
I think that's, to me, it's like First Amendment free speech. I understand that. Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, sweet, right? Yeah. I think the Third Amendment should be that it's illegal to hide heavies.
I think so too.
Right.
I think so too.
Like that, to me, is part of my freedom of speech, to be honest, is to be able to see them heavies.
They made a portrait of Pelosi and put it up in the chamber yesterday.
They should do it like a fucking Brazilian weather girl.
They didn't. They hid the heavies in there, and I was like, man, why'd you bury the lead there?
Yeah,
I don't really understand.
The only thing about her that matters are those giant titties.
That's it. First up, ad-wise, we got our title sponsor, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Today's the 15th, so you still have time to order a mattress for a loved one and get it for Christmas. If you're like myself and you get a big ticket item once a year for Christmas for you and your wife because you're spending all your money on your kids, this is a great one to do it. The adjustable base in the mattress right now is 40% off with the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. The adjustable base is amazing. I've had it for 3 years. Once you have it, you never go back with that damn thing. And that adjustable base has got everything in it. USB ports, flashlights. It's got super sleek remote control on that damn thing. You can go up to book mode, TV mode, all the things. And if you have a loved one that goes to sleep before you, there's a split king option. So you can go up, they can go down. Now, if you already have an adjustable base, you just want the mattress, right now you get 30% off the mattresses and 2 free luxury pillows at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. And while you're there, peruse the entire catalog. Throw some sheets in that cart. The sheets are underrated. The cover's great for butt stuff, so you don't dirty up your shit, or if you have kids eating sandwiches in the bed or popcorn late at night to watch Slumberland on Netflix, whatever. It'll keep your mattress nice, and they got a weighted blanket in there that's allegedly you sleep for like 14 hours. It's the one thing I don't have because I can't afford that amount of sleep. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. And when you check out, scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see a 60-month pay-as-you-go program, no interest, as long as you have decent credit, which is great during this fucking recession. You check that box, and all the deals that I mentioned are applicable with that, and you can walk out of there with a brand new bedroom set for about $25 a month. Head on over to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Next up, what is a woman, Dan? What is a woman? Now, this was a question that was asked to the new Supreme Court justice, and she said, I'm not a biologist.
Yeah, I think
I'm not a
it's,
biologist.
I don't want to get too technical here, but someone with a puss.
Okay. That sounds pretty scientific. Sounds pretty scientific.
Two X chromosomes, maybe.
Okay.
You know.
Now, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, which is just being blasted by critics online for revising the definition of man and woman, they've included people, it pains me to read this out loud. They've included people who do not identify with the sex they were assigned at birth. Man now includes the definition an adult who lives and identifies as a male, though they may not have said to have different sex at birth.
I mean, at least it says adult.
I guess.
So that's progress of a kind.
I guess.
Yeah. So just to be clear for all you out there, sex does not get assigned at birth. A doctor looks at your fucking pussy or dick and says boy or girl, right?
Right.
Because that's how it works.
Well, when you have a child, they come in and they give you a birth certificate, and they actually write male or female on the birth certificate. Now,
Yeah.
why would they do that if that wasn't true?
Well, you don't immediately have to take a DNA test to see what chromosomes you have because there's two very obvious indicators.
Yeah.
There's either a hole in your body or a dick and balls.
In the same vein, the uploaded definition of woman now reads an adult who lives and identifies as female, though they may have been said to have a different sex at birth. What the fuck is going on? dude?
They act like it's a fucking carnival situation where some lady with a fucking beard pulls you out of a hat and just shakes a magic 8-ball. Oh, it's a man. No, dude.
Boy.
This is the dumbest shit of all time. Do not fucking engage. I know that a lot of you out there want to be friendly and you don't want to be unnecessarily rude to people, but do not engage in this pronoun fucking bullshit. You're not doing anybody any favor. You're not doing society any favor by participating in other people's delusions.
Yeah, and I mean the other part about this too is like now that we're pushing this on everybody, and this is a definition, right? At some point, they're going to have to teach this in classrooms, right?
Well, we'll get that. That's another fucking story at the end. The second to last story today about classroom stuff.
I
But
mean, I don't understand where we're headed or what the hopes and dreams are for this.
do you think there are 9 non-binary like chickens and shit?
No.
Because like female chickens they use for eggs, and then we eat male chickens, or do we eat both?
I don't
really
even
know.
I don't even care, to be honest with you, because it's a dumb animal.
Yeah.
And we're humans.
Well, see, no, I'm
and
just
we're
curious.
walking around doing this
Are there
bullshit.
non-binary chickens and cows and shit?
We've never asked them how they identify.
What about a
How they feel.
non-binary primate, like an ape that knows sign language?
No, not
There
yet.
are pansexual apes.
There are pansexual apes. There's gayness all over the place.
Yeah. I guess the only thing that would be like hermaphrodites.
The intersex is the way to say that
Yeah.
now. You
Sure.
fucking piece of
Jesus
shit.
Christ, Bob.
You're on fucking notice.
God
Apparently.
damn it, dude.
Yeah, but Hermes are definitely a thing in nature as well. Like a seahorse, for example, could change
Yeah.
its gender or whatever the fuck. But this is human beings. This is all fucking stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of you think you're being kind to somebody by saying, "Oh, they." Yeah, I'll call them they. That's fine. It doesn't cost me
I'm
anything.
not doing that.
It does cost you something. It costs you the fucking reason that we all use to prop up our society, right? The logic, the information, the collective intelligence that we all have. You chip away at it when you participate in people's fucking delusions like this.
It's fucking insane to me. So what's the verdict going to be? Are they going to change this, or are they just going to leave it?
Well, the dictionary can do whatever they want. I mean, just this
I
year,
guess,
just
but
this
it
year,
seems like there's a lot of pressure from because I remember when this story went this week, and it was just like, all right,
they're not going to change it back. The dictionary and the CDC this year both changed the definition of the word vaccine.
we're all fucked.
Correct.
We are all fucked.
1984 and Brave New World are very clear about how you controlling language is a big part of creating a dystopia.
Yes, it is. I was telling my wife this too. Even with like the nightly news on like ABC, they'll just tweak it by like 2 or 3 words. Just every sentence by 2 or 3 words, and you're like, oh, I see what you did there, you fucks. That's crazy. So with our next sponsor, that's AdamandEve.com, they have sex dolls. Are they just they dolls now? Are they man and woman? Nope, they're man and woman dolls. Damn it! Let's go. Can you get a man off their site now? Can you get somebody with a cock on there? Can you get
Oh yeah,
somebody with
they,
a fucking
they definitely have. You're talking about
a male sex doll
Yeah.
with a boner? Can you
Yeah.
get that? Do we have one of those?
There's definitely on there.
I would
yeah,
love to see that.
for sure.
I would love to see it.
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah. I've not seen it before.
You need one that fucking suctions to the bathroom wall, though, right? So you can get fucked in the shower.
Oh, shit, dude. I didn't even think of that.
Because most people that I've seen on porn sites just put it on the bed and ride
You're
it.
right. Oh, is that it, Bob? Shit.
Can you
Don't
show
put it
us-
on screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can pop that on screen,
show
right?
us.
No,
face.
you can't pop it on screen.
Why? Oh, the head of the penis is sticking out. I see. Just. Oh, boy.
We can put that up.
Yeah, you can
but
put that up.
Yeah.
Is that the dude?
Yeah.
I like how he's got the deadbeat dad fucking facial hair configuration.
Looks like a Dallas Cowboys fan. That's exactly what that
He's
looks
definitely got a pack of cools rolled up in his
Oh,
fucking
yeah, dude.
wife beater.
Oh yeah, he's got a timeshare in San Antonio. That's the dude.
But yeah, this is if you're a fucking single lady. If I was a single woman, I would definitely have one of these.
why not? Why not? Just keep it around. Probably
this.
that guy. Bob, can you show that one without the penis in it? At adamandeve.com. By the way, promo code Drinkin'
This
Bros.
isn't
Gonna get you,
adamandeve.com. I don't think Adam and Eve only has
50% off.
lady dolls.
Oh, they only have lady dolls.
Well, why are we even showing this? We're doing an ad right now.
Yeah, Bob, we're doing an ad for
Motherfucking damn
adamandeve.com,
it,
dude. We're live on air.
Oh, I didn't know.
And, you know.
God.
Yeah, you're a producer. Well,
You're the
why
producer.
Would
You
you, why
gotta
would
look
you
at
know?
the ad reads, brother.
I didn't.
That's
we
why
talk
that
about-
doll sucks.
We could be talking about a sex doll at literally any time.
Well,
Yeah.
Bob.
I'm cutting
That is
his
a-
mic.
Yeah. Cut that mic. Time to cut the mic. No wonder the doll looked like a Cowboys fan. Go to adamandeve.com. Those are real people that you can make rubberized to fuck over there.
I do. They do have the best female doll I've ever
They
seen.
sure do. And they don't do males yet.
Let me get a good non.
Bob, you can't show any of those.
No, there's one you can show.
Okay. Pop it up. Go to adamandeve.com. Use the promo code Drinkin' Bros at checkout, and you'll get 50% off and free shipping. That's one item. Each package will be sent discreetly to your house so your wife or your kids won't know what it is. Damn it. Show that one. Let's see that one. All right. That's a respectable sex doll. Finally. Thank you, adamandeve.com.
Get it while you can.
Get it while you can. It's Christmas. A lot of lonely people at Christmas.
That's the kind of sex doll you can take to meet your parents.
Sure can.
You know what I mean? You're
Christmas dinner.
You're not embarrassed.
This is a carpool lane sex
Yeah.
doll.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one of those where you pick up the phone and you're like, Mom, I'm gonna need an extra chair at Christmas this year. Are you bringing someone? I sure am.
Yeah, and she's pregnant.
Yep. From Adam
And then you show up with a rubber fucking doll. I wonder how many days in a row you could pick your children up with that doll in the fucking passenger seat of your car before somebody called the police. Now, with that mustache that you have right now,
Yeah.
even less time. Probably 3 days.
Oh, easily. I mean, look at this thing. This is really coming in now. Come on, dude. Go to adamandeve.com. Use promo code Drinkin' Bros. DRINKINBROS. Drinkin' Bros. And it's an exclusive offer here. Support the show. You can get anything there. Vibrators, all kinds of fun stuff, dude, for Christmas there. And just 50% off, but you also get 100% free shipping. Promo code Drinkin' Bros at checkout over there. Next up is TikTok done. I've been wondering this myself here. Senator Marco Rubio on Tuesday introduced bipartisan legislation that would ban the popular app TikTok from operating within the United States over national security concerns. Rubio's bill, the Averting the National Threats of Internet Surveillance, Oppressive Censorship and Influence and Algorithmic Learning by the Chinese Communist Party, or Antisocial CCP Act. Is that the name of the whole goddamn thing?
Yeah. I mean, that's
Probably
how it works.
shorten that up, Marco.
They'll have a fucking an abbreviated version. For
Is
sure.
it the Neezers bill?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let's keep it short there, Rubio.
Can I tell you what
Christ, that's a mouthful.
what this bill really is?
What's that?
It's a quote from Animal House.
Oh, yeah.
They can't do that to our pledges.
Yeah, exactly.
Only we can do that to our pledges.
So it's already got bipartisan support. Bipartisan supports in the House. Mike Gallagher from Wisconsin. Raja Krishnamurthy. Sure, why not? Dem from Illinois is authoring the companion legislation. The federal government has yet to take a single meaningful action to protect American users from the threat of TikTok. Rubio goes on to say, and he says, this isn't about creative videos. This is about an app that is collecting data on tens of millions of American children and adults every single day. We know it's used to manipulate feeds and influence elections. We know it answers to the People's Republic of China. There is no more time to waste on meaningless negotiations with a CCP puppet company. It's time to ban Beijing-controlled TikTok for good. Now, how bad is it really?
It's as bad as he's saying it is.
Really? Mm-hmm. And how so? Because there was a tech guy who went down the rabbit hole of all the user rules and all that other shit the other day on Twitter. And he was like, bro, if you really start digging into the language here in the back end of this TikTok, it's so much worse than people actually realize that it's insane.
Yeah, it's bizarre. There's a lot of unenforceable legal language in there, which is whatever. But the real problem is that you're opting into fucking spyware from China.
Okay.
That's why it's not on my phone.
So as far as spyware goes, what is that exactly? Like they can listen to you. They can get your photos.
I mean, yeah, it depends on your level of personal security on your phone. But yeah, they can see everything that happens on that phone. Where you are, not just what happens on the phone, but where you physically travel to.
Geolocation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you're logged into your bank accounts, they can see that.
Great. Great. That's fun. Why is it taking so long? So I know maybe a year and a half ago, it got close, remember? They got close to banning this about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, Trump was going to sign an executive order to ban it, and I believe Democrats stopped him.
Okay.
But I don't know if it was, I think they just didn't want him to get the win, to be honest.
It's odd, though. Why not come in then and just fucking ban it?
I don't
waiting
know.
a little bit.
I don't know.
But this year...
This is a quote from the Democrat. At a time
Okay.
when Chinese Communist Party and other adversaries abroad are seeking any advantage they can find against the United States through espionage and mass surveillance, it is imperative we do not allow the hostile powers to potentially control social media networks that could easily be weaponized against us. Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Although they will try to use that same language against Elon Musk at some point.
For Twitter?
They'll call him a hostile power. They'll shut down TikTok to set a precedent, and then they'll try to shut down Twitter, right?
Would it be odd if they shut down all social media for all of this shit? And then
It'd be
would
fucking hilarious.
Well, it would probably benefit us as human beings, right? Think about how much time you spend on this. TikTok in particular. The algorithm is so good on TikTok that like you're just watching the best shit over and over again, and nobody's been able to replicate it. Instagram has tried, Facebook has tried, YouTube is doing the shorts thing to try to replicate it, and they can't. Is it China that has that algorithm, I guess, and why can't people replicate it and take it for these apps? And then, again, what if you go to Twitter and Facebook next?
If you remember, the solution to the TikTok thing was for an American company to buy ByteDance.
Yes.
That was how they were going to get around it.
Yep.
That would be easy enough, I suppose. But even then, you would have to rebuild the software from the ground up to make sure China doesn't have fucking Trojan horses and shit in the air. So,
in your best guess, does TikTok get banned and when?
I think it'll be banned. I think there's a decent chance it gets banned before the end of the year.
This year?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Pelosi is getting a lot of pressure to bring it to vote right now.
No shit.
Before this session.
So this is almost done.
Yeah. There's a usually you have to do very different bills that make their way through the House and the Senate. These are essentially the same bill. So
Okay.
they could have this passed and signed within a matter of days if they really wanted to. I doubt they will, though. It's more likely that it'll happen sometime after the new Congress comes in.
Okay. Because just thinking about it out loud, there's a lot of people that make a living off of TikTok. A lot of monetization over there. Who would benefit? I mean, Instagram first. All that shit would go to Instagram, right?
Sure, yeah. I mean, if I'm Zuck, I'm definitely lobbying to get TikTok shut down.
Well, let me ask you this. Is that why YouTube started Shorts then?
Probably.
All right.
But, I mean, look, tech is copycat, right? If it works for somebody else, maybe it'll work for us. It's just...
Does Vine come back then?
Actually, Twitter owns Vine.
I know.
So, yeah, Elon Musk has already said he's going to bring it back.
Man, wouldn't that be convenient?
Not just Vine, the app, but something like Vine, probably native on Twitter.
Okay.
And they're working on back-end stuff now for print publication monetization and for video publication monetization, podcasts, all kinds of stuff.
Really? I mean, I'd be.
But it's
going
to take it'll take
Sure.
a full year.
No, I understand.
To do something like that.
I understand.
So stand by.
Yeah, because I read that Twitter was trying to get high upload 4K video on there. And my first thought was immediately
streaming.
podcast.
They're trying to do streaming as well.
Yeah. Because if we could go live via Twitter too, with this show, it'd be fucking rad.
That's where we would go live.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It wouldn't be fucking YouTube anymore.
No. That would be a great move. if they
And to
did
be
that.
honest,
Shit.
like everybody that does news style shows, like us, Tim Pool, Crowder, all those guys, that the Twitter platform would be way better for that.
Oh, yeah.
If they had a good functional fucking live video thing.
Oh, for sure. Well, their
better.
live video is pretty good. We were watching World Cup right before we came on air, and there was 1.25 million viewers watching it on
Yeah, but that's
on Twitter.
That's one input output. Right.
Right.
That's a broadcast thing. That's not like multi and unicast from. I think there's like 750,000 videos uploaded to YouTube every day or something like that.
Yeah.
It's some crazy.
It's something
amount.
crazy.
So that's a whole different ball game
Right.
than just putting one game on.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Our next sponsor is mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with mybookie.com, where you can turn your love of sports into your new side hustle. We have Drinkin Bros Sports, if you haven't subscribed to that. Audio and video. Video is still on YouTube because they don't fuck with that channel. So we're fine. It's still over there if you want to subscribe. We're on about 4 days a week. But we give the picks every single week, not only for college football, but for the NFL. We did a live UFC show. Betting on the UFC was a blast on Saturday nights. Tonight, we got the Thursday night game on Amazon Prime. I've already bet this on mybookie.com. It's San Francisco at Seattle tonight. I took a 7-point teaser on this, which you can also do on mybookie.com. Cross the zero, D'Anthony. I know we talked about this yesterday on the show on Drinkin Bros Sports, but I crossed the zero. I took San Francisco plus 3.5, and I took the under. I jacked that up all the way to 50, and that's my bet for tonight's game. San Francisco versus Seattle. And you can bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000.
You can also bet on the World Cup games.
Oh, yeah,
this
dude.
weekend.
Sunday, dude. It's
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I think-
Sunday, though, is the big one.
Yeah, that's the final. I think.
What are the odds on that, Bob? Do you have the odds for Argentina?
It's like minus 120 for
For-
both.
Oh, for both? So
It's like dead even.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a pick
dead
'em.
even, yeah. Who are you taking in that one on my bookie?
No, France is. Well, first of all, the spread is minus half, 0.5, minus and plus 0.5.
Yeah.
For France, and then it's plus.
Oh, so Argentina's not favored. Okay.
No, there's different options, but like
Yeah, there's a
to hold
ton.
the trophy at the end of the game is like even odds.
Okay. Who you got in this one? Go around the horn real quick. Who you got, Dan?
France is going to win this game.
I got Argentina just because of Messi. What do you got, Delco?
I would prefer that Argentina wins, but
Same. I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go with my heart on this
I
one.
have France, obviously 6-1 to win the entire World Cup, so that would be nice. But I think Argentina is probably going to beat them.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, that would be the better story, to be honest. France has just come off their second win in the last 5 World Cups, which
Yeah.
is pretty good. Argentina's always they got close 2 World Cups ago, but they've always had trouble in the tournament.
Yeah.
Especially Messi, and now he's having a pretty good tournament, and they're doing really well. It'd be nice to see him win.
Yeah, Bob. Who do you got?
Argentina, baby. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I got Argentina too. Hopefully they win. Giorgio, who you got? Argentina or France this weekend? Easy. Who do you got? He says easy. He says easy. He knows soccer.
This is light work. This is light work.
For
The Frenchman.
all right. I'm going with my heart.
Messi is not. He is not to win a World Cup.
Oh, he will.
It's all about the conversation, and this argument and conversation of who's the GOAT needs to continue on. And Argentina just aren't that team.
All right. We'll find out. I'm going with my heart. I want to see a walk-off from Messi. It's his last World Cup. Let's do it.
It would be neat to see it go to fucking penalties and him knock the. Although he would be the first
He'd be
person
the first
shooting.
one to shoot.
Him to airmail it.
Yeah, that would actually be really
Oh,
fun.
no. It would not be funny.
Go full Harry Kane.
No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to
That's
see
what we're calling that now because Harry
know.
Kane totally beefed that one.
Well, the goalie guessed correct.
Well, hold
No,
on. Now
no,
let's
he
give
tried to change.
let's give some fucking credit to the GOAT airmailer,
Who's that?
Roberto Baggio.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he die?
Yeah.
Oh, he could be dead. Who knows? But Baggio had the famous one.
Sure did.
I think in America it was
Yeah.
in the '94 World Cup.
Yep. Yep. Kudos to him. He's in a trunk somewhere.
He had a
Yeah.
great mullet. No, he's from Italy, so they don't really do that there.
He's at the bottom of Lake Como right now. Right now. Next up, we got some SBF updates. As you know, Sam Bankman-Fried.
Oh wait,
Sandman.
wait. Before we move on,
Sandman.
for the Croatia-Morocco game, the over/under is 2.5 in that game. And if you look at the,
Oh, God.
if you
Hammer
look,
the under.
if you no, not at all. If you look at the consolation games historically,
High scoring.
they're all high scoring games.
Because everybody doesn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, but look at Morocco and Croatia, how they play. They also played each other to a 0-0 tie today.
Yeah,
Like,
I-
in
but
this
that was
tournament.
when it mattered.
I think
You know?
I think they don't give a shit anymore.
I think Morocco really cares about finishing third place.
I do too, and I think they gassed it up, dude. I think they're firing away. I think they hit 3. I'm going to take the over in that as well. As you know, SBF was arrested in the Bahamas this week and is in the process of being extradited back to the U.S. He has been indicted on 8 criminal charges, including wire fraud and conspiracy and misusing customer funds, according to an indictment from the U.S. Southern District of New York. The FTX founder was arrested Monday in the Bahamas, was arraigned in Nassau court on Tuesday,
Yeah,
according...
he says that the prison is unlivable because there's rats everywhere. Then he said he needed to be released on bond because he's vegan and can't get vegan food in there.
Well, it makes a lot of sense, you know. Got to let him go, I
Fuck
think.
off.
I think you got to let him go.
Yeah.
You got to get him out of there at this point, dude. If he's vegan, he shouldn't be there. He should not be there. According to the New York Post, his ex-girlfriend was likely among the first people to turn on him and help prosecutors build their fast-moving case in the epic $8 billion plus collapse of his FTX currency exchange. Who's chatting back there? Is that the guy who threw up again? Is he here? Is he back again?
Yeah, he's throwing up in the fucking refrigerator
Man,
now.
this is we don't do this
brought
multiple
friends,
days
too.
back today. Yeah, we don't
And
do
he
that.
also brought the boot.
Yeah, he's gotta zip it up back there. All right. He was puking in the streets the other day. Okay.
Commitment to the brand, though.
My
I think
God.
he's buying another case of hard AF.
Maybe. My God, dude.
Sneezing real loud.
Brought the boot. No need for that, friend. No need for that. No. Last one who should be drinking that today. But in addition to all of his other crimes, he also apparently stashed $300 million somewhere in the Bahamas. Maybe crypto, maybe something else that the feds are looking for. Is this going to be a treasure hunt, dude?
Yeah, it might be. We may have to call in Nicolas Cage for this.
Great.
Now, did you read the part where his girlfriend flipped on him?
It sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Ex-girlfriend, excuse me.
Well, now,
And
right?
She looks like she's a terrible looking person.
I haven't seen her. Do you have a picture of the ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, we looked at her one day. Her face is all fucked
Oh,
up.
is that the
There's a
girl that
potential
has
sex tape.
Yeah, but we haven't seen the sex tape. They were supposed to drop the sex tape with us.
Yeah,
too.
but nobody in crypto is good looking.
And nobody wants to see that sex tape either.
Well,
I'd watch.
out of
Disagree.
curiosity.
I'd
watch.
Yeah,
I'll watch it
same.
out of curiosity,
Same.
but I'm not like looking forward to it or anything.
I think she's got heavies, dude. Let's pull up her face.
No.
Oh, she's got a stupid fucking rat face.
Look at that, dude.
She looks like a child.
It looks like a turtle. She looks like a little turtle.
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Am I too turtley for the turtle club?
Yeah.
Turtle.
She's definitely too turtley for the turtle club. But out of pure, how old is that person? She looks
28.
like she's from 14 years old.
She's 28.
Yeesh.
So in addition to all this other bullshit, he's now being charged with campaign finance violations, including sending millions of dollars to PACs and candidates in other people's names. Now, I haven't tracked down the candidates and other people's names yet.
Okay.
But here are the people that he's given money to. The primary benefactor, I think he gave them $28 million, is a PAC called Protect Our Future PAC, and this is how they spent their money. Chantel Brown, Democrat, Ohio, $1 million. Nikki Budzinsk, I don't know.
I don't know her
Democrat
either.
from Illinois, $263,000. Francis Cannoli, for Democrat from New York, $510,000.
Cannoli.
Jasmine Crockett, Democrat from Texas, $1.44 million. Carrick Flynn,
That's a fun name.
Democrat from Oregon, $10.45 million
Okay.
for a very small race in Oregon, right?
Did he win?
No, lost. And in addition to that, they spent $935,000 against his opponent in his opponent ads, who did win the primary. This is just for the Democratic primary, and I think the total vote count was 60,000 people.
But don't they have to overspend in places that they have no shot of
You
winning?
don't. No, this
No,
is
not
this is
$10 million.
This is an insane
That's
amount of money
crazy.
for a House race, generally speaking. Like
Yeah.
to give it to give you some context, I think AOC spent like $40 million in one, but that's in fucking New York,
Yeah.
in downtown fucking New York, right?
Yeah. Brooklyn.
So that's an insane amount of money on any race, much less one that garnered about 60,000 votes. It's crazy. Anyways, Valerie Foushee, $1 million, Democrat, North Carolina. Maxwell Frost, Democrat, Florida, 963,000.
Jesus Garcia got $200K. Huh?
Yeah, from Democrat from Illinois. Robert Garcia, no relation, 1 million. Lauren Gillen, Democrat, New York, 250,000. Adam Hollier, Democrat, Michigan, $1 million.
$1 million in Michigan.
Yep.
Yeesh.
Jonathan Jackson, Sidney Kamlager, both 500K, Democrats from Illinois and California. Joff Lafazan, Democrat, New York, 710,000. Lucy
Christ.
McBath, Georgia, Democrat, 1.9 million. Again, this is a lot of fucking money.
Wow.
McBath won this election by 22 points. This was not necessary for them to spend $2 million in this election. Where the fuck did that money go?
Is it a contested seat?
No.
It is not. So where does that money go?
I mean, she had an opponent, but she won 70 to fucking 4, or what was it, 68 or 69 points she won,
There
I
it
think,
is.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
And she
yeah,
won like the vast majority of the votes. Anyways, Morgan McGarvey, Democrat, Kentucky, 971,000. Robert Menendez, Democrat, New Jersey, 250. Jared Moskowitz, Democrat, Florida, 262. And then the House Majority PAC, which is the Democratic Party, got 6 million as well.
damn, dude.
So, you know, this whole thing was just a money laundering thing for the Democratic Party, basically.
Sure.
It's pretty obvious that that's what this was.
Yeah. So what are they going to do about this?
I don't know. So I don't. Bob, can you find on Twitter Maxine Waters starting the questioning of one of those guys, and then
Is it really clearly funneling of money, or is it the world's youngest billionaire who happened to be like a bleeding heart liberal thought he was doing the best by just donating all this money?
Well, I would say that, but
if he wasn't shaking hands with these people who are supposed to be investigating him, I might believe that.
the other part too that I can't figure out, Giorgio, is why not just give each candidate equal amount of money?
I'm just asking the questions.
These amounts are so all over the place, and especially like the race that wasn't contested there, Lucy McBath out of Georgia. That's $2 million for a campaign for a very, very small district there that doesn't require $2 million. That's super fucking odd.
Sounds like it needs more because they lost it.
No, she won.
No, she won by 22
22
points.
So like, it's totally unnecessary. So where does the money go is the question. And then this one guy, this Carrick Flynn in Oregon, $10.4 million and didn't even win the primary in the district. That seems like a fucking scam, right? Where's that money going?
So he ran against Andrea Salinas in the primary, and lost 26,000 votes to 13,000 votes. He spent $10.5 million on 13,000 votes.
Yes.
There's no fucking way that happened.
No.
There aren't enough television shows in that district
Even-
over the course of a campaign season to spend that kind of money.
Even your radio ads. So let's say you just did local AM and FM radio. Those spots are probably $150 to $200 tops per 30-second read. You could buy out the entire channel for a year and you couldn't spend that money. I mean, this is fucking crazy.
He could have bought the local television station.
Now, another question I have in regards to some of this funding here. Does it have to be wired, or could they use crypto and then keep, like, could the guy who took this Carrick Flynn, could he take $10.5 million in crypto and then just keep the rest of it on a drive somewhere, use what he needed for the campaign, and keep the other $10 million for on a drive?
I mean, he can keep it in no, you have to report all that stuff. But he can keep, as long as he keeps filing quarterly, he can keep a campaign war chest indefinitely and keep spending that money. As a matter of fact, he could take the money from his campaign war chest and give it to other PACs if he wants to.
He could, but
this is, I just want everybody to be clear about who he is specifically. Carrick Flynn is a research affiliate with the quote-unquote Future of Humanity Institute, focusing on AI strategy and governance. He's a fucking World Economic Forum guy.
yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yes. By the way,
What's the time limit to? Sorry for asking you this. I know you worked on campaigns, so like I don't know too much about this, but what's the time frame in which they have to spend this money.
There
in
is
the
no
war
time
chest.
frame.
So it could go on
Forever.
for
As long as you keep filing your campaign finance documents, then you can keep that money forever, basically.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy, man.
But you know what's really crazy?
What's that?
That I just saved 15% on my car. No, that's not it. What's really crazy is this guy named Thomas E. Donnellan. Now, you may remember him from being Barack Obama's national security advisor before Susan Rice.
Yep.
What you don't know is that he's the chairman of the board for BlackRock.
No shit.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Isn't it weird how all these intelligence agency people are working at social media companies and how all these former fucking chiefs of staff of presidents and national security advisors of presidents are working at these companies that are fucking raping and pillaging our country?
Well, isn't that the gig?
And isn't it weird that all of our former secretaries of defense, every single one of them, are on the board of companies who are fucking selling military contracts to places like Saudi Arabia? That's weird.
Yeah. I think that's part of the gig, though, now. I think when you
It's
do
not
these...
now. It's always been like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
Eisenhower warned us about this shit. He was the last good president we had.
and what did he say regarding this?
Well, you can play the fucking address, Bob, if you want to find it. His warning against the military-industrial complex. He was pretty clear about that. Like, we have to fucking stop these people that are trying to fucking bilk money from the taxpayer to benefit themselves or to play out their fucking global leadership fantasies.
Yeah.
It's like a goddamn game of Risk that they're playing with our money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like moving pieces around on a chessboard like it's some kind of fucking game to play.
But my assumption has always been you take these gigs so that you can go on to do these high-powered jobs and everything else. You and I know a couple people who are doing it. And,
Well, one of them is Dan Crenshaw.
yeah.
Like the only reason he's in Congress is because of his military service. And you got to think the only reason he fucking did that as an officer, especially, was to get that job in Congress so he could make fucking money. Because that's exactly what he's done.
And not only do you make you make a fucking high salary. I think it's what, 175 or 200.
That's the 175 he makes. That's nothing to him.
That's what I'm saying.
Like he out traded the fucking stock market.
Yeah, yeah. Because you have all the inside info.
3 firms. We've said this before. We did this story last summer, I think. 3 stock brokerages, like the best people in the world at doing this, beat the S&P average, and 35 people in the Senate and House did it.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, oh, this must be the smartest. It must be the cream of the crop, brother. Yeah. The fuck out of here. These people are the biggest cunts on earth.
Pelosi was 1, right? Wasn't Crenshaw 3 maybe or 4?
He was 3rd place, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Total piece of shit, that guy.
So I mean, that's what this is. That's that gig, and I don't assume otherwise. You take this to kind of springboard into some other position and everything else. And let's face it sounds fancy when you go to dinner parties or whatever. It was like, oh, who's on your board? Well, it's the former Secretary of Defense or it's Congressman whatever, and you're like, oh, all right, great. Well, this must be rad. I'll write you a check for something else.
That's why Principle 10 in Citizen is I will place virtue above commerce. That means even if it costs you money, sometimes you got to say no.
Yeah.
Like PayPal, for example. We don't take PayPal on our site anymore, and it's probably costing us like $7,000 to $10,000 a month.
Oh yeah, for
the store, for BroBox, yeah, especially.
Yeah. Drinkinbros.com.
Worth it. I don't give a fuck, man. The country is worth more than whatever money you can put in your fucking grubby little pocket, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, so speaking of which, if you go over to drinkinbros.com, we've taken PayPal off of there, off of the store. So if you were signed up for a BroBox, got to pop in a credit card or something else. You want to get some items there. I've been wearing these flannels all fucking winter, dude. Huge fan. And the Drinkin' Bro of the Week, who we're going to bring up at the end of the show, brought us some amazing food today. He's got the same flannel as me. Unplanned, by the way. I just want to say that in advance. It was unplanned.
Well, we probably need to make more designs so it doesn't happen again.
Yes.
Although
I
there
think
are
so
more
too.
than there's
well,
3
I want
colors.
to see what they were like, man. These are fucking thin and rad. I've had shitty flannels in the past, but these are dope, dude. So go to drinkinbros.com. We got hoodies, flannels, everything else. Is it too late to order for Christmas?
I don't know. Give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
You never know. It depends on how
close you live.
It's not really up to us. It's fucking UPS and
God.
Well, sure.
Yeah, Jesus works
in mysterious ways.
Yeah, he works in mysterious ways. So who knows, dude? It might show up.
As a matter of
for
fact,
Christmas.
I just had some of the new. We have new sweatpants that we're trying out.
Yes, I got mine delivered yesterday.
Well, we've got sweatpants, but these are new ones that we're trying out.
Okay.
So they just got delivered just now. Just got a notification.
Here to the office?
No, to my house.
I'll put them on right now. I will fucking get nude and put those on right now. Damn it!
I don't think
we'll pop this over to Patreon real quick. All right. Speaking of which, we got a live Christmas show tomorrow night on the old YouTube channel. It's a Patreon-a-thon. We're just exploiting YouTube for this to get it out to as many people as we can to boost our Patreon over in Drinkin Bros Podcast Patreon to keep the video going for 2023. We're getting boned by YouTube. I told Homeboy, I was like, there's no hope anymore with this goddamn site. So, it is what it is. Next up, we got When Woke Goes Wrong. Biological woman suffered a concussion after being pushed to the ground by a biological male during an NHL sponsored all-trans draft tournament in Wisconsin. There's no way we're living in a real world anymore. This is completely a sim at this point. The injury comes after the NHL posted a tweet last month in support of transgender people following its announcement to support the Team Trans Draft Tournament in Middleton, Wisconsin, which was the first tournament featuring only transgender and non-binary players. I give up.
Yeah, so let me translate. A man.
I give up on the world.
A man.
Yep.
Dressed like a woman.
Yes.
Pile drived an actual woman into frozen fucking water.
Yeah.
Also called ice.
Yeah.
They were playing ice hockey, and a fucking grown man destroyed a woman on the rink, and fucking now she's got a concussion. That's what really happened. Just stop. I can't deal with using these fucking euphemisms.
Okay, so just trying to figure this out. Did the woman then go to the police and say a man pushed me down?
No, so they were on the ice. They were playing hockey.
Yeah, no, I know. I understand that. But what are they bitching about exactly? What do you mean? That you were pretending to be another gender and you got mad at the other gender for doing what the other gender should do to the other gender? Is that it?
I don't know. I mean, so the NHL posted this on Twitter the other day. Trans women are women, trans men are men. Non-binary identity is real. And then they play this tournament.
Yep.
With men versus women, and that's what it really is.
I understand.
And the women got fucked up.
Yep.
As you would expect.
And are they complaining about it?
Yeah. Well, no, so the women aren't necessarily complaining about it. Here's the truly interesting part about this. After the tournament, which is, just to be clear, what happened was a grown man brutalized a woman. And the NHL set this whole thing up.
But if you could, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
But
I actually have a video of the hit.
Yeah, they
Stop it. Pop it up. I've not seen this.
So
it's underwhelming.
They fucking, yeah, it's not that big a deal. She just got a concussion. But the NHL after the tournament, because of this, didn't post any of the information about it.
Okay.
Right? And all the press that went there, Vice and Washington Post and a couple other organizations that actually did send press to this stupid event, none of them have posted a fucking thing about it.
Well,
because the inevitable happened.
Yeah, dude. There would be such a massive physical advantage. Do you have a clip? I'd love to see this, Bob.
Yeah, here's the clip of them. I can't full screen it, unfortunately. Let me see if I can zoom in real quick.
Okay. There you go, Bobby. Bobby, 3 sticks, brother.
Here is the alleged injury.
All right, I have not seen this. Go ahead and play this. Let's see this fucking thing. That's it?
Yeah.
Devastating. Devastating.
So I don't.
She went down like a fucking
Don't know that.
sack of nickels on a casino
play it again.
floor.
This is, yeah, it wasn't a devastating. I don't know what the fuck this is, man. But yeah. She just get.
She's coming out of the penalty box.
Whoopsies. Yeah.
And a dude checked her.
Check is a strong word there.
Yeah. Like,
She's
look.
coming out.
Checks her. Boom. She falls and goes face first into the ground.
It was a light check.
Pile drived into the ice.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Beaten mercilessly.
Yeah.
She's this is what happens.
Was she knocked out from that?
If I walked by and
It's a very
fucking
light hit.
ran into your child and it didn't even affect me, but your child fell down and had a concussion, that's what we're looking at here.
Yes.
This is why women and men should not be playing sports together unless it's beach volleyball. Then I'll allow it.
Yeah.
This should be televised.
If it's
everywhere.
mixed beach volleyball, then I'll watch that. Even though they're all surfboards out there. There's no heavies on the fucking volleyball court typically.
Yeah.
This looks like a concussion from someone sucking ass at hockey.
Yeah.
Like, and clearly the concussion wasn't till she slid into the board, probably.
Yeah,
Like
because the dude came up and hit her from behind. He checked her in the back. Do you not see that?
This is a soft ass hit. Like this.
Sure,
is not
it's a
man.
soft ass hit for one man to perform on another man.
No.
But for a man to perform on a woman, it's not a soft hit.
That's a bigger hit than the NHL hit last night.
What was the NHL hit last night?
Yeah, what was that?
We can't play that one.
We
'cause
can't
got
play
the
that one.
rights.
No, but it's all over Twitter. You can find it.
All right.
They
Was
appear to
it brutal?
check on them right away.
It was pretty big. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It seems like I've slipped.
When I see this, though, it's exactly everything you think it's going to be. Now, imagine if this was real. Full contact, man on woman, real goddamn cross-check into the boards. She would be dead right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like
But that's not what it was.
you're trying to make the point that it was a light hit, but in real competition, there aren't going to be light hits
No.
like that.
No.
That grown man that barely fucking sneezed on this woman and gave her a brain injury is going to actually check her at some point, and she's going to die.
She's going to die.
This is as much of an indictment of this woman's skating ability. Like she can't stay up on her fucking feet from this. Like that is bad skating.
Yeah.
And I'm not even disagreeing with you. I don't think fucking men should play against women in professional sports, but like
Any sports.
this is like these are amateur ass motherfuckers. This woman can't fucking skate. Gets hit by someone, fine, a dude. I don't know if they should be on the ice with her or not, but like there are other issues at play here, including that this person can barely perform on ice skates.
If this was like an intergender game, I don't know if you'd be called for like a crazy hit.
You wouldn't be called for anything.
Oh no,
else.
that's not even that. Even if somebody got a concussion from a hit like that, that's not illegal. He didn't fucking cross check or anything.
Yeah.
Like you have to have both hands at the shoulders on opposite ends of your stick and push
Even
into
amongst
there.
like backyard rules are like you're not trying to injure someone. It doesn't look like someone was trying to injure.
Here's
them.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, if that was,
The
I completely agree with
the
you.
athletic difference between the two genders is very clear, and it's on display in this video right here.
Sure is, friend. And it's going to get a lot worse. It's going to get a lot worse. Why?
I can't wait.
Would the NHL even sponsor something like this? Like, you know what the fuck is going to happen here.
I don't know. Like, there's somebody on their board maybe is like, man, we got to do something to show the fucking delusional community that we support them. You know, these people that are fucking trying to cut children's dicks off?
Yeah.
We got to do something for these people. They're marginalized and oppressed. No.
Did you see that Biden speech the other day?
Bring back the fucking, Bob says it all the time. We need fucking asylums again. We need Arkham Asylum. We need fucking mental institutions, state-run mental institutions for crazy people.
Yeah.
And then we put them to work. We put them on a fucking hamster wheel to generate electricity or something.
But did you see the Biden speech the other day where he wants to, we need more protection for trans kids so they have all the fucking rights? That should not be a word at all. Kids don't know anything about any of that shit whatsoever. The other part to this, dude, just, having kids of my own, I'll see girls and boys playing sports up until about the age 6 or 7 because it's pretty, you're kind of just running around. You're not really doing anything. 8 years old is when there is a distinct difference where, oh shit, this just got real.
Between 8 and 12 is where it really happens.
But
yeah.
8 in particular, just having coached an 8-year-old team, 2 of them back to back.
Yeah.
I can tell you at 8, that's the distinction where girls stopped playing in that, where it was like, oh my God, somebody's gonna get fucking hurt.
In Little League, we had there was a girl that played on my team that went on to play for our high school softball team later until we were like 11, I think. But you could tell after that.
Oh.
Monet Davis.
Yeah,
No, she was a cheater.
Yeah.
Wasn't she too old?
No.
No, it was the other kid from New York.
I think she's too old.
No, it was the kid from. It was the
Danny
other kid from
Almonte?
New York.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Monet Davis was Philly.
Yeah, she was.
Shit. Oh, that's right. She was
She was
Philly, yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
But there was a girl who attempted to play on the 8-year-old baseball team this year, and for another team,
Mm-hmm.
she got fucking trucked by a shortstop during a rundown. This girl, just got laid out on the ground.
Sometimes that's going to happen with kids.
I
though.
understand, but the parents gasp and everything else, and this girl, they had to get her off the field, and no lie, every parent in the stands was like, "Man, this is probably the age where you gotta separate the boys from the girls."
By the way, this hockey thing is the equivalent of this is a rec league.
Yes.
This is an adult rec league.
Yes. Imagine in the NHL.
Right. But what I'm saying is that there's no real problem with 2 genders playing on the same team in an adult rec league. like rec softball.
In fucking
Good luck.
hockey?
Softball, there's no contact.
You don't. They're in
Softball, there's no contact.
There's no fucking
softball. You can get your fucking head ripped off.
Yeah, that's true. But they play with the softer ball.
They play
don't
with the softer ball, though.
They play with the ball that disintegrates.
Soft if you can't react.
They play with the softer ball that disintegrates when you hit it because women are incompetent at sports.
It's not that.
You said it.
I did not. But what I am saying is in softball, women have played softball their entire lives, right? It's not a baseball. So I've never seen a mixed baseball league where it's men and women playing baseball, but softball's short.
I've never seen
it's
mixed,
a women's sport.
I've never seen mixed hockey and I've never seen mixed basketball.
And let's face it, Bob.
Flag football and soccer, though, yeah.
Yes.
Softball for dudes is because everybody's out of shape and you don't want to run and try that hard.
Yeah, but they
and
also-
you wanna drink
You
beer.
can't hit a pitch.
You can also crush the ball
Right.
in softball.
You can, but it's it's rare when somebody's jacking one out in the
What
street.
I'm saying is, though, I don't care if a bunch of adults play in a rec league together.
But that's not what this is. This is a league sponsored by the NHL. For
No, this isn't a
specifically-
league. It's an event. This
well,
isn't a league.
it's a draft event. This was the draft event for the fucking it's a tournament that they're supposed to have.
You would
every
put
year.
women out on a hockey rink against dudes?
Yes, and
do-
like in a slap around,
Fucking
like,
whatever
yeah.
this is.
This isn't the
there's a lot
fucking
of,
no.
like, the
It's this isn't the
national-
Mighty Ducks, man. What the
No.
fuck?
Tell homegirl in the hospital now who's all hooked up to
The people who-
I
ventilators.
would tell her that she doesn't belong on ice skates. Is what I
mean-
would tell her.
There's plenty of women that are really good at
Christ.
hockey.
She should have tried ice skis instead.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing, the people on there have no athletic career. Like everyone who's on the ice in this game have no athletic aspirations for anything in their adult life.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch this entire game.
Yeah, let's televise it.
None of them think they're going to do that anywhere as a professional.
Is there a box score for this game? Can we see who scored the goals and who didn't?
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing I
The
know
only
who scored
place
the goals.
that men and women should compete is the Dr. Pepper Challenge during college football championship Saturdays.
The women always win
it's
because they-
two-handed. Two-handed. You got a good shot. Got a good shot in that thing. You never overhand
It's
it to
basically
win.
a game of horse.
Yeah. Well, no, you're throwing it through a hole.
Here's
but yeah.
the first event on the website that is linked on there on Team Trans Hockey's Twitter.
Okay.
Team trans.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday night pickup.
Well, you know what it's eventually going to be, right? It's
gotta pick up your dick
It's going to
off the
be
ice.
it's going to be all dudes dressed like women, and they're going to play other women at some point. That's where this is going to go.
Yes.
because that's where it's gone in literally every other sport
Every
where
single
it's happened,
sport. Man. Dude.
except for MMA.
Yeah. Well, that's next.
MMA
Giorgio.
Now they got
MMA, it's just two trans women fighting each other, which is
No,
not,
dude. Let's get men and women playing some fucking UFC.
I wanna
let's
watch-
do
There
it.
has been intergender martial arts competition.
Okay, so let's go fucking Chandler versus Paige Van Zant. How about
No,
that?
Yes.
no.
And just see what happens,
no,
man.
that's terrible matchmatching.
Not
Why?
even the same weight class.
Let's go McGregor.
what
McGregor versus Rousey.
what's that? Who's the guy that dominated 135 all those years?
Henry Cejudo.
Cejudo.
Let's go
him,
Cejudo.
him versus a 135 woman. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, guys, this is literally an adult rec league. Teams, it costs $225 to enter your team.
Yep.
Like, this is an adult rec league.
You shouldn't do it.
I can't even begin to get upset over a bunch of adults.
That's
doing
a
this.
sport, though, that you should not even attempt against grown men.
Why? They're Americans. Let them do what they want.
Yeah, she wants a
checked.
concussion. I mean, go for it. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, she earned the concussion.
I'm not saying, look, I'm not telling anybody to not do something. What I'm saying is this is the inevitable result of doing that thing.
Yes. In hockey. That's fucking insane
Yeah.
to me. You know what you're getting. You're getting checked. It's hockey.
Here's a good guide. If you're a woman and you're looking around and it's not a kitchen you're in, go find a kitchen. Okay? Get your ass back in there.
I'll also put it this way: like I do jujitsu on weekends with females all the time, and they like don't get hurt. So like, and it's a very like get hurt sport.
Are you guys
So,
kicking the shit out of each other with no rules, no pads, no nothing?
She is trying to break my arm. I don't let her, and then we like. I know exactly how hard to go against her. She
How
does
have
not
you
get hurt.
ever-
So what you're
Unleash
I'm
the
sorry.
Giorgio Fury.
Let me stop you right there. So you're tampering down your fucking natural ability because she's a woman.
Which
is what
that
you
person
just said.
should have done as well.
No.
He did. He barely touched her.
Yeah, I barely touched that girl. And
And she fucking ate it, dude.
Because she sucks. Like, I'm not saying, but like, that is a skating issue first. That bitch can't stand on ice.
This is nonsense.
This is crazy.
As a man who grew up on ice as a rich white dude in St. Louis, I think his fundamentals.
I wouldn't put Bob out there either, though. God damn it.
Bob probably looks like a swan out there.
Can you
No, I'm not
can
a-
you ice skate?
Yeah, I can ice skate.
Trey
I wouldn't be.
Wetzel just texted me and said he thinks she flopped. You think she
Oh, the
flopped
woman?
for the money?
I don't
Is she
know.
trying to sue this guy?
We're getting an update. She died at 7:42 a.m. this morning in a Minneapolis hospital.
But not from the concussion.
No.
Fentanyl.
No, fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had an overdose of fentanyl afterwards. R.I.P. to her.
Yeah.
Uh,
Probably got to look at a medical malpractice situation there.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I would not be shocked, by the way, if there's a lawsuit that results in this.
Oh yeah, there's always going to be because
100% against the NHL.
Think about how
If they sponsored it, yes, you're suing the NHL.
But what does that mean? Like they just gave some money to it? Like pro leagues give money to like small leagues all the time.
Dude,
That's how lawsuits work, brother.
As somebody who owns multiple businesses, if you put your name on something, somebody's going to come try to sue you for that thing at some point.
Yeah.
Fair.
Whether it's
Fair statement.
we're not saying. Look, I'm not saying it's reasonable. I'm not telling anybody not to chase your dreams. But if you're a woman and your dreams aren't cooking, get back in the kitchen. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be sexist or nothing. All I'm doing is saying a bunch of sexist shit.
First of all, why do you keep telling them to go to the kitchen? That's a place for the men, and it's dominated by men.
It's not.
It is now.
I don't think it is.
Oh yeah.
The kitchen is dominated
How
by
many
men.
Iron Chefs are women?
That's
Or
true.
what percentage
You're right.
of Iron
You're
Chefs?
right.
are
You're
women?
right.
You can't even do cooking right. God damn it!
Like we let them cook, but like if you really want a good meal, you're going to a guy.
Oh
It's
yeah,
true.
big time.
It's true.
Like which female's restaurant are you going to? I'm going to Jose Andres' restaurant, Marcus Samuelson, right?
Yeah.
Name one female restaurant you're going to.
Paula Dean, I'll eat lunch with
about
Paula.
to say
You just like
Paula
saying
Dean.
the N word though. It says
that's
bro,
different,
on
yeah.
the sign when you walk in through the fucking door. It says N words allowed.
Yeah.
but it's spelled ALOUD.
Let them fly, y'all. And there's a sign with Paula Dean. Let them fly, y'all. And it's say whatever you want there. Is that a rainbow cocksock? What is that, Bob? You had that up on the thing there.
I know it's a hockey stick. I'm trying to find a box score, but I can't.
Oh man, I would love to fucking see that. It would be so
80
funny.
to 0. I can already tell you right now.
I don't know. A lot of times in those rec leagues, the most talented person on the ice is the goalie. So they're not as high scoring as you might think.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the goalies are. It's not as hard to fucking stand there as it is to skate around. You just have to have quick reaction time and good peripheral vision.
You know
to be
what's
a
weird
goalie.
though is in college though there is men and women's hockey teams. So like Ohio State's got a female hockey team. Why not just do that? I don't get why you want to play together.
They're
Doesn't
all
make any sense.
identifying as the same. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's just some dumb rec league.
It's a beer league.
Like,
I don't
it's-
know. You're not going to find an all-female beer league pretty often. I
Jake
guess.
Jake Farm here says even Mrs. Doubtfire was a better nanny.
Yeah.
Women can't do anything. right, dude.
Jake from State Farm over there.
Yeah.
I like it. God damn, that's really fucking funny, dude. You're right. This got no media coverage. I didn't read
No, it didn't.
anything about
Well,
this. all week.
this is the part that's really stupid about it. They pumped it up big time before the event that a woman gets fucked up by a dude and then crickets.
Yeah.
Because they don't want. This is the inevitable fucking outcome for this stuff.
Next up, we got the Axis of Woke Evil, a coalition of more than 24 parents. Organizations are requesting that 5 foundations, including the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, stop funding race-based and social and emotional learning programs in public schools. The quote is, "We are constantly being told that there's not enough money in our school system." That quote is from the Parents Defending Education president, Nicole Neely. She told Fox News, "Yet we find out that not only are all of these things taking place in our school system with our tax dollars, but there's also a lot of outside money coming in."
Yeah, it's like
Huge shock.
people whining about teachers having to buy supplies for their own class, and meanwhile, some of the richest people in the fucking world are giving money to the schools to help out as they should, right? Because that's how we should operate, through private charity and not through the state paying for shit. But they force DEI and fucking CRT bullshit into these kids' lives. And
So
fucking
is-
gender reassignment surgeries.
Is that the strings attached with that money?
Yes. So the Parents Defending Education investigation last month found that from 2017 to 2021, 72 school districts in red states received more than $200 million from Bill and Melinda Gates, from Kellogg, like the cereal.
Yeah.
Right? From the Wallace Foundation, which is Wallace from The Wire, I think. Where's Wallace?
Yeah.
That's not it. The Windward Fund, which I'll talk more about in a minute, and the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. Chan Zuckerberg, famously married to a robot.
I didn't know her name was Chan. That's the first time I've heard
Yeah,
it.
it's upsetting. So
That's a last
it's
name.
time to ask, why the fuck are tech and media billionaires funding Marxist bullshit all over the country, particularly in red states now?
Yeah.
They're coming after your kids, right? So the Windward Fund, by the way, all the rest of those you should have recognized. Wallace is a media company as well. It's run by a guy named Lee Bodner, Bodner. He's also the president of the New Venture Fund and previously worked for, you guessed it, the Clinton Foundation.
You bet.
The Windward Fund is an environmentalist fiscal sponsor organization in the network of dark money organizations controlled by philanthropic consultancy Arabella Advisors Bodner's for-profit company that manages funds for nonprofits. So he's got a for-profit company that manages funds for nonprofits that he sits on the boards of.
Correct.
This is a money laundering situation where the last place any of the real money makes it to is in schools to fucking brainwash and groom your children.
Why do they want to do this to kids is what I can't figure out.
The same reason that
the
fucking
game?
you try to, like Joe Camel. What do you mean why? It's you get them hooked early before they have the ability to form a fucking sophisticated defense against bad ideas.
Well, here's the thing. Money is usually at the end of all of this, right? But where's the money to be made by indoctrinating these children into these fucking crazy ideas? In voting or...
If you're part of the aristocracy, that is to say, the richest among us or the most powerful among us, you have a vested interest, not just in money, but also in power to keep people subjugated. And you do that by keeping them fucking on this tip, by training 65% of the population that they're evil intrinsically because they're white, for example. Mm-hmm. Now you can leverage their guilt against them to make them do stupid shit that's against their own best interest. That's why.
Gotcha.
It's the same old why. This is not a conspiracy theory. It's a motherfucking conspiracy. Those aren't the same thing.
Yeah.
When it becomes true, that's a conspiracy.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're seeing this all over the country, and this is popping up more and more and more, including, homegirl who was here the other day. What was there, 400 clinics now that are now open across the U.S. here to change children into a different gender and all that other shit. It's like, it sucks, dude.
All these people need to be executed.
Yes. I mean, every single one of them. Just let kids be kids. They don't even ask about any of this shit. That's the thing. Not once do they ask about any of it. This sucks. It sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? HardAFSeltzer.com. That's why we drink so much at night, dude. Trying to get through these days with this shit going on in the world. 8% seltzer really to the dome really takes the fucking pain away, doesn't it? Damn it. We ship to 41 states. It might be to your house before Christmas right now. If you order it right now, 41 states we ship to. We are live in Tennessee and Florida. Go to hardafseltzer.com and click on the store locator. So if you're in Tennessee or any one of the surrounding states that are close, all you have to do is type in your zip code. Even if you're driving, or let's say you're a passenger in that car, or your city, it'll Google Maps you right to the closest store that has it, and you can grab some 12 packs at regular price there. Florida, I believe we're in 50 stores. Tennessee, 150 stores. We are slowly expanding across the U.S., but the rest of the states we'll try to slowly get into in Q1. In the meantime, if you are in Tennessee or Florida, we are one of the largest booze distribution, what would you call them, stores there is. It is totally awesome there, and we're in every single store there. They're selling out. The new flavors are gangbusters. Pina colada and watermelon. My God, man, we can't keep them in stores in Florida or Tennessee. Yeah. So if they're sold out, just go to the next store. And it's not on us. We actually have a shit ton of cases, but they order them in chunks, and then when they go, they go. But everybody's partying and raging for the holidays and shit in college football and the NFL, so we get it. Or you can just order them right to your house at hardafseltzer.com. Last but not least here, we got the Washington Post layoffs. Washington Post will conduct layoffs in the coming year. Publisher Fred Ryan told employees during a town hall on Wednesday. Video taken from the in-person town hall, which is always fun. Everybody's doing that now. At their downtown headquarters there in Washington, D.C., posted a social media video that shows frustrated employees peppering Ryan with questions about how the newsroom will be affected and demanding a justification for the cuts. Now, that is comical.
Do they not know how a fucking business works?
Don't think so.
Like, hey,
it sure does not work like that.
It costs a lot of money to employ you, and we're not making any, so you've got to go.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works. And by the way, that's all of media, including us as podcasts. The ratings aren't good. Advertising goes down. You have to fire employees. If there's a recession, boom, you got to fire employees. That's how all of this works. as far as podcasts, media, print media, all of it. The fact that employees are demanding to be told what's going to happen is fucking insanity.
I mean, look, they have a right to know how it's all going to go down, but
but he said enough. Hey, there's going to be layoffs next year. I'm sorry.
I watched the video, and it's just like they're like, "Fucking, you need to justify why you're making these cuts." Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Because you're a fucking employee.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Hey, you know who you really don't need to justify a firing to?
Who's that?
Someone who doesn't work for you.
So the chief comms officer, Kathy Baird, said that the cuts are going to be a single-digit percentage of the employee base. They're going to finalize the plans over the coming weeks.
Did she say actual single digit? That probably means 9.9%.
9.999%, yeah. The Washington Post is evolving and transforming to put our business in the best position for future growth. We are planning to direct our resources and invest in coverage, products, and people in service of providing high value to our subscribers and new audiences. As a result, a number of positions will be eliminated. That's a lot of word salad to just say you're fired.
Well,
Sure
what's interesting about the Washington Post? I don't know how true it is now, but their business model, I think at the end of my time at TFM through like right after that, they were publishing more content on a daily basis than any other print site. And I'm including BuzzFeed, real hardcore shitbag listicle sites that are just like click farm shit.
Yeah.
They were publishing a just metric fuck ton. And that was their whole thing. It was just like ads, baby, like sell ads, fucking all this shit. And
the problem is they went behind a paywall. So now they're charging you for a certain number of articles, or you can pay the monthly fee, and that's where everybody bounced, right? Because they were like, well, fuck this.
Well, yeah, that's the other part of the story. So what she didn't tell The Hill in this interview is that the Washington Post lost 500,000 subscribers in 2022 and 300,000 subscribers in 2021.
Yeah.
They had 3 million at the beginning of that. They're down to 2.2 in 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? You can't lose 800,000 of your 300 million customers and expect to keep all of your employees. I'm sorry.
No.
Like that. Maybe they said this to the employees in another video that I didn't see or in an email, but they're not the only company having issues. CNN just went through a deep cut, and they're not done yet. They're
Still going. They just fired another anchor today.
Yeah, and they're going to slash $100 million from their budget.
Yes.
That's what they said by next year.
And that's a minimum.
And then BuzzFeed and Vox have laid off a lot of people over the last couple of weeks as well.
But BuzzFeed, it only has layoffs.
Yeah.
BuzzFeed has layoffs like every 9 months.
My God. Dude.
They've never had a profitable year ever.
No.
Which is interesting because they're a publicly traded.
Yeah, I was going to say, aren't they on the New York Stock Exchange?
And then Monday, NPR announced that it was going to end its popular summer internship program to save money. And NPR is funded by the goddamn government.
Yep. By the way, I meant to ask you about that because there was a hashtag going around saying defund NPR.
Yeah, it should not exist.
Okay, why is that?
Because the state shouldn't have a fucking propaganda device paid for by taxpayers. Why would it?
Yeah, I didn't know that was paid for by the taxpayers.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
PBS, go away. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
Like if Big Bird is that cool, then people will pay for it. If he's not, he can go fuck himself.
Well, Big Bird will switch networks. Like that'll go to Netflix. Netflix will pay for it. That'll be fine. I didn't know that actually. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But with the Washington Post, look, I read a lot, probably more than the average bear out there. And as soon as they switch to behind a paywall, because I think you could get 10 articles for free, and then they would charge you after that or ask you to join the fucking site
what I do
per
is
month.
Every time I click on a Washington Post article and it has that paywall thing come up, I just copy the headline and put it in Google and find it somewhere else.
Same. That's exactly what I do.
Sorry, I'm not paying you. And it's not even that I don't want to pay. It's that it's a pain in the ass. Like if they came up with some kind of technology that made it super easy for my account to travel across different devices and stuff like that, because that's how you consume news. It's all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Then maybe I would think about it. Or if they developed a fucking aggregator union that has like a subscription the same way that fucking Disney's doing with all the stuff they own now, where it's like Washington Post.
So Apple is doing that right now.
Washington Post, New York Times, New York Post, like.
But Apple's charging you like $9 or $10 a month.
Four newspapers like that.
Yep.
Like the Washington Times and Post, the New York Times and Post. I would pay $10 a month for that. if it traveled everywhere and it was part of one subscription. But I'm not going to have subscriptions to like 18 different fucking news sites.
So for me personally, I would never pay for the Washington Post or New York Times simply because the slants on all of their reporting is too far left for me. My friends used to make fun of me for always, like, if we were out, even in an airport, I would still grab a hard copy of the New York, or the USA Today. And they were like, why the fuck would you do that with pie charts and everything else? And I go, because it's just the news. And it used to be just the news, and it was simple, it was easy, and there was nobody's opinion on either side of it, where I know what I'm getting with the Washington Post. I know what I'm getting with the New York Times. I also know what I'm getting with the New York Post. The New York Post just makes it funner. At least it's comedic.
The New York Post is the Donald Trump of newspapers.
Yeah, but it's hilarious. Yeah. And I see the comedy in it, and it's blatant, it's in your face. There's usually a fucking... pull up today's New York Post. I guarantee you it's some catchy pun fucking headline there that you can all have a laugh about, and you're getting people to do it. What is it? Yeah, there it is.
Harry Plotter.
Harry Plotter, dude.
That's pretty good.
I mean, that's what they do. And when I lived in New York, you had this. So like on the newsstands, you would see this, and that's what you would grab because it was the first thing you saw, dude. And that's what they do there. But you know that going in at least. Whereas Washington Post and New York Times still disguise themselves as like serious journalists that were reporting on like Watergate. No, you're not doing that anymore. You're owned by Jeff Bezos. Sorry, man. You're going by a political party. So yeah, I can't get down with it. Nothing I can do about that. Now's the point of the show. We get to the Drinkin' Bro of the week. This one's a special one, dude. He brought food, a grill, cooked it out with smoked sausages and everything else, and God damn it, that was the best sausage I've ever had. Come on up, brother. And we happen to be wearing the same flannels today, like twinsies. You can take Dan's seat over there and lean in close, but my God, man, that's some of the best sausages I've ever had in my life. I know I said it like 1,000 times, but yeah, just pull it about an inch from your face. It's
not good right there?
It's not delicate. Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
No, I'm digging the flannel thing. The only thing that would make it better if I had like a classy muff duster like you do.
Well, this dick broom isn't for everyone, friend. Look at this thing growing in, man. Oh, boy, that's beautiful. Tell everybody your name.
Yeah, my name's Jason Bright.
Yeah, Jason. How long you been cooking, dude?
I mean, forever, really. I mean, ever since I was a young kid, a teenager, when I started deer hunting and stuff, I started kind of learning to cook for myself.
That was incredible, man. That sausage you made, because you came for Ross Passion Revolution, and you were like, hey, you told our producer Rob, you were like, hey, dude, there was like 5 minutes left in the show, and I'll go out and grill some meats. And I was like, is that real? And then sure enough, yeah, dude, and it was delightful. Where did you get the sausages from?
I got it from a place in San Angelo, Texas called J Bar Meats. I worked for Jack whenever it was just Jay's Wild Game Processing.
Is his real name Jack?
Yeah, his real name's Jack. I did that. I worked at Jay's Processing, doing deer and wild game, and then years later they went and branched off and started this other thing called J Bar Meats, because in the state of Texas and anywhere like you can't kill wild game and stuff in the same place that you do like beef jerky and summer sauces and all that stuff. So it's two separate entities on the same property. But
Gotcha.
With the J Bar, they do like summer sausage, smoked meats, all kinds of cool stuff.
Dude,
aged steaks.
tell homeboy, dude, it was lights out.
Oh, will, man.
Yeah,
He'll appreciate it.
I'm a big fan. Look, you know the drill. Who would you like to nominate as the Drinkin' Bro of the week?
Man, I'm going to have to give it to my brother, Steven, younger brother. Me and him been thick as thieves for about the last decade or so. Right about the time I was getting out of the Marine Corps was when he joined the Marine Corps. So there was like a 9-year gap where we didn't really see each other. But we both ended up back in San Angelo, became next door neighbors.
No shit.
Yeah, man, it's been badass.
That's awesome.
And it's like a little hippie commune thing. It's like, hey, man, I got the weed eater, you got the lawnmower. Like,
yeah, let's share.
But man, he's always been there for me. He's he's a great husband, to his wife, great father to his kids, and we see each other every day. And
is your wife cool with him?
Oh yeah, and then my wife and his wife are they're like besties. Our kids kind of grow up like little siblings, like they're cousins, but they see each other like all the time.
Yeah, isn't that the dream though?
Yeah, for sure, man.
I hope, because I have 3 kids, and dude, I hope that's like our kids like us enough to at least want to live around us and raise the kids and all that other shit. Obviously, work takes you other places. I tried to do that with my parents in Wilmington, and then work took us here to Austin. I was like, well, shit. But I think that is the dream where you're just like, hey, man, we can all hang out together, protect each other, play together, share shit, especially now, like during a recession.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude. What do you do for a living?
Well, I work for a home builder. I'm a project manager for a small home builder. But I've been doing that for about a year and a half. But most of my adult life, I've been working in the oil field and driving trucks, doing contracting.
Okay. How's the home building going right now?
Well, I mean, you can definitely feel it with the interest rates going up. Last summer, I mean, houses were just flying. I mean, people were, well, my house burned down in February of 21 during like the Snowmageddon.
Oh, yeah. Mine flooded during that.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. And then when I went to buy a house at the time, like we were locked in. It was like same day, like 8 in the morning. We were like, yeah, let's go under contract. And then by noon, they're like, sorry, someone outbid you. They did 10 grand over.
Yeah.
Asking, but like those days are gone, man. Now we got houses that kind of sit for a little bit before they.
Oh yeah.
But it's a huge thing. I mean, you go from 3% to what, like 7, north
8.
of 7.
So as of yesterday, the Feds hiked the rates another half point yesterday. So yeah, you're at 8%, which hasn't been seen since 2007.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember correctly, 08 was the crash. So we'll see what happens next year.
You know what's even scarier too? Like you think that like back in the day when they were doing those adjustable rate mortgages, that like they would have learned a lesson, but.
Oh, those arms?
I'm hearing they're doing it.
They are.
Again, like, dude, did y'all not learn from the last time?
Sure are. Delco can tell you
tight.
that, dude. Yeah, they still exist. They're still out there. And I'm sure Delco's got, what, probably 120 houses under those arm contracts right now?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, dude, it's scary out there, but it's cool, man. It sounds like you got your sitch. Do you have a decent mortgage? You all right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I got in a couple of years ago when it was like, 3%.
Oh, you fucker. Nice job.
And then
dude.
I used some insurance, when the house burnt down, I got a lump sum from the insurance. So instead of going like a traditional VA or a FHA, like where you didn't put a whole lot down, I put the full 20 down. So that's why my mortgage is so much cheaper.
Beautiful. Look at you.
Yeah.
Good job, man. That's awesome.
So.
Congratulations. I always want our listeners to succeed and hope they're doing well in life. So that's cool, man. Because the next year I think is going to be rough. And you just kind of have to buckle up and help each other out because
definitely for sure. I mean, people definitely need to, I think, buckle down and get ready for some hard times.
Yeah. I think 24 will be out of it. What I'm hearing from a lot of people is we have a ton of guests on the show and shit from all walks of life and some economists and all that stuff. And what we've heard like behind the scenes was like, hey, man, look at spring of 24, summer of 24, and we think it'll bounce back.
Yeah.
Because technically this started right in July of last year. The media won't fucking tell you, obviously, but
like you changed the definition of a recession.
It never used to be like that. No matter who was in office, right or left, if you were in a recession, you're in a fucking recession. There's nothing you can do about it. But now they're like, no, everything's great. That guy's fine. Everybody's, and you're like, no, dude, this shit's not great. God damn it. But what we've heard behind the scenes, spring 24, summer 24. So you can hold on till then. I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, for sure.
Find out.
You're just going to deal with the high interest rates. You're going to deal with inflation.
Yep.
I mean, the best thing you can do is like, buy locally or, hunt for your own food. Maybe like the more things you know how to do, I think a lot of frivolous spending is going to have to go out. People are going to have to like, oh, maybe I would have paid a contractor to do that, but maybe I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Which also helps if you're in the trades, man. And if you know how to do stuff,
bro,
better on you. That's less you have to pay people to do.
So those jobs are at a premium right now.
For sure.
Dude, if you're a handyman or plumbing or anything else, like you can't get those fucking guys, man, because they're in such high demand.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
That's crazy, man.
Go to college. Cool. For what? Well, the jobs that we actually need are just right down the street.
Shit.
Those guys are booked for the next 3
man.
months.
I got more jobs because I had a CDL in my life than ever having a college degree.
Humble brag. Look at
You
you,
know what I mean?
dude, in the
Like,
CDL, brother.
Yeah, man. Big rigging it.
That's awesome, man. Well, look, we appreciate you being here today. More importantly, dude, thanks for the food and because you brought enough for everybody here, and it was fantastic. And I hope you enjoyed the seltzers. Hope you enjoyed the day here. You got to hang out all day and see all the shit.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's been a good time.
And if you're out there and you want to stop by and see a live show, bring some food or some. The booze will provide, or some Coke or whatever. Who cares? We're not telling you what to bring or not bring, but he just brought some. Even the guy who threw up brought some pizzas the other day. The Jets pizzas, but you were throwing up in the parking lot. The Jets pizzas were good, by the way. I want to give you a shout out. I like the Detroit pizzas. I like that joint. I didn't know it was a chain, and it's good. No need for you to pick up the mic. We're all done with that this week. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin' Bros Fake News. Good